Yes, here we have another set of an example for a list. Uh, as we know, list can been created using a function called list. Here we have a list has been created with three different set of values. One is a vector value. Vector value has been created using a C function, and another is matrix value, and another is having a list inside a list. If you want to access values which is inside a list, that can be done using an index position, right? To access element in a list, that can be done using a index position. The first value in a list have an index position starts from 1, right? Take this example, print list underscore of data of one. List underscore data is a variable. uh, Under this variable we have created a list, right? If we are going to access an index position 1, it will going to print values which is in the index position 1. Which are the values which is in the index position 1? We have a C function. C function have a set of values called Jan, Feb and March. So the output will be of Jan, Feb and March, right? If you want to remove a value, some value in a list, that can be done by using a null. uh, List underscore of data of 1, which is assigned to us null. If we done this, the value, the element which is present on the index position 1 has been removed from a list. If we print a list underscore of data, we have set of values as matrix and inner set values as green 12.3, and we have a set of values which is present as matrix. It will never display a value which is present in C, because C is removed from a list, right? uh, just we are moving to the next slide. In the next slide, we are converting a list into a vector and we are merging a two list. Here, to merge a two list, we need to create a two list. List 1 and list 2 has been created. List 1 have a set of values called 1, 2, 3, and list 2 have a set of values Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. We are merging these two lists. We are merging this by using C function, C of list 1 comma list 2. C function can only hold a vector values. This two list is holding a vector value which is of same type. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday which is of string, 1, 2, 3 of which is of integer. So it has been assigned to a variable called merged. If we print a merge, it will display the values of list 1 and list 2, 1, 2, 3 comma Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, right? Now we are converting a list into a vector. First we need to create a list. List has been created by using a function called list. List of 1 is to 5, which is assigned to a variable called list 3. Just we are printing values which is in the list 3, and we press an enter. It will display the values which is stored under a list 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, right? We need to check the object which is mean, already we know what is mean object. Object is a data type. Okay, right? Data type. Class, to check the object of a variable, we use a function called class of variable name, class of list 3 of which object? List object. So it will display the result as list, right? We need to convert the list into a vector. For that we are using a function called unlist of list 3, which is assigned to a variable called v1. Then we are checking an object of a v1, class of v1. Now we are converting a list into a vector. Class of v1, it will display the output as numeric or integer. If it is a numeric or integer, the variable is of vector, right? Sorry. Matrix is one type of vector object, uh, but we have a attribute called dimension. Dimension is nothing but in a matrix we need rows and columns. Rows and columns is represented as dimension, right? By default, in a matrix we have 2 row and 2 column, right? If you not mention the number of rows and number of column, by default it will take it as a 2 rows and 2 columns, right? This is the way we can create a matrix. Matrix can able to hold, just take down this. Matrix is a vector object, so because it is a vector object, can able to store same type of values, right? Matrix has been created, matrix of data comma n row n column. N row and n column is dimension of a matrix by row. The data should be filled by row or by column. We need to mention this by row or by column. By default it will fill a value by row. Dimension name is, we need to name a row and column. Name by naming a row and column, we use a dim name, right? Here is an example how we can create a matrix. Matrix can be created using a function called matrix. Matrix of data. Data has been created by using a function called C of 1:6. So 1:6 means it can hold values from 1 to 6, which is of vector type. We are mentioning a dimension, row as 2 and column as 3. If you are entering a variable m and press enter, we get an output as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. Here by default it will fill the values as values as hello.